do? And he was like, what? What's going on? I was like, you've got to go in the kitchen and sort it out. Oh, dear. And we also did something very exciting. It's a no-brainer, isn't it? Good morning and welcome back to a very sunny Lincolnshire. It's a beautiful morning this morning. It's Friday and as usual I've got a lot to do. I've got orders to pack to get them off. We've filled up the conservatory again with stock because in my last video I explained to you that we're getting another space at the antique centre. We got everything out that we'd already priced up and was boxed up so we couldn't see what was in there. So we could think about what we're going to take next time. Now next week is auction week, so it's a bit busier, but it also means that we'll be going to Louth 3 times. We'll be going on Monday for the auction viewing, on Thursday to pick up if we get anything from the auction. And then on Friday is the day when we get the extra space at the antique centre. So it does mean that on the Monday and the Thursday, we can pop into the antique centre, do a little bit of prep work, move things around, bring stuff home that we want to, that kind of thing. So yeah, at the moment, my conservatory is full again. So this is all stuff that's already priced up and ready to roll. Not all of this is going to go to the antique centre, but some of it will. Oh, Darren picked up some more shelves from Facebook Marketplace, so those will go to the antique centre at some point. But there's all this. Not these are listed. Yeah, we're getting prepped. It's felt like a really busy week, but it's just been mother-in-law's car went into the garage on Tuesday for service, so we were doing the to and fro-in for her to get her there, to get her back, and then Wednesday our car went in, and obviously Monday we picked up the van. Wednesday our car went in, so we were to and fro-in with that, and I wasn't feeling great. And then yesterday we had a really nice day of actually getting some listing done, getting a bit of gardening done, getting on top of things in our head, and we also did something very exciting.
Our very first video, Aswell from Louth. So I think we picked these up possibly in the Sue Rider. They weren't a lot of money.
Before I start work, bit of YouTube, coffee. I like a coffee in a very big mug. And then I'll get started and tell you about what else is going on. Welcome back to my office. If you're new around here, my name's Kirsten. I buy and sell vintage antiques, collectibles, secondhand, anything that I think I can sell online, on eBay, on my website. Oh, I got distracted by a bird in the front garden. That's so like me. Where was I? Selling online or in antique centres. And I do gentle vlogs about life, working from home, getting distracted by birds in the garden and gardening and everything. And if you like a gentle vlog, then please think about subscribing. But today I'm working this morning before I managed to get outside. Look how lovely my office looks. Look, pretty. And then you look at the floor and you go, oh my God, what an absolute state. Put you too high now. I've realised I'd lowered my tripod because yesterday I did a short. I don't know if you saw it. My desk is literally here now. I'm gonna have to sort that out in a minute. Yeah, this tin that I showed you that we picked up on Saturday, inside there was some like embroidery things. I'd seen that, but and there's some like unfinished embroidery. How pretty is that? So lovely. I would love to be able to do something like that. But I don't have the patience. Two, I don't have the eyesight. I'm rubbish at like anything. Like I can't knit or sew. I can't even sew a button on. I used to try and sew a button on and it would fall off virtually straight away. That's how useless I am at sewing. I remember in school we had to make a cuddly toy. And I was making this dog in sewing lesson, and it ended up with one ear here and one ear here, and its eyes were like, oh, it just looked awful. So I don't do sewing. But you might have seen the short. If you have, I apologise. But if you didn't, in the bottom of the tin, underneath everything, was a note with the most beautiful handwriting. Look at that. And it looks like it's been there a very long time. And I'm going to read it to you. If you saw my short, apologies for the repetitiveness, but it's just too sweet to let it go. Remember, darling, I love you. Remember, I do. Remember, I need you. Dearest, just you. Remember, I want you. Each moment, each day. Remember, I miss you when you are away. Remember, I'm yours, dear, till death do us part. Remember, we pledged it with life and with heart. Remember, I am waiting, forever will be, longing and lonely, till you are with me. And then I can't read the signature. It looks maybe like Ted at the bottom there. Can you see that? But isn't that so sweet? And you wonder how long that note has been held on to. It brought a little tear to my eye. First job of the day is to get parcels packed. I tend to do parcels on a Monday, Wednesday and Friday. Occasionally it changes, but yeah, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I do need to say some thank yous. Thank you to Claudette, Claire, Rosalind and June for ordering on my website. Very much appreciated. June will have sniped one of my items because she's a member. She got in quick. They get to see the videos a day early. So if you want to become a member, it's $2.99 a month and you get to see the videos a day early, and you also get first dibs at the new stuff that's going on my website. So I will show you the bits that are going out this morning. It's not a great deal of stuff going out. eBay's very quiet, but then we are putting our sort of concentration on my website, on the antique centres and on the garden at the moment, to be fair. So Darren sold this Terry Harrison print, some sort of golf club, St Andrews, there you go. That's sold. A book, Bristol Bowfighter, some army trainers. You might recognise this from one of my videos. I sold these. I'm quite glad to get rid of these, to be honest. They're not my cup of tea. I bought them one of the days when I was desperate, when car boots were really quiet, and I was like, I've got to buy something. So I bought them and they've sold, so that's good. Still made a profit. Not loads, but a bit. One of the thimble shelf case things, I think I've sold. This is the second one to go out, so that's good. Some tape and a Denby plate. I think it's called Denby Calm. I'm going to wrap it better than this, so I just want to show you that one. Oh, and some silver plated spoons. That's it. Before I pack my orders, I'm just going to quickly show you the bits that I picked out for the website. There's not many today because they're on my desk, and I want to clear my desk so I can pack orders without worrying about knocking things off. So first things first, I've got this cute little I said this last time. It's a rabbit, isn't it? It's a rabbit, not a mouse. It's a rabbit. No idea what's going on with his thumb. If it was that way, you're like, hey, good luck. That way, he's thumbing for a lift. Or maybe he's got a pipe. Is that a pipe in his hand? Maybe he's an old man. I was thinking it was like a young rabbit, but maybe it's an old man. He's got a pipe. Answers on a postcard. What you think? I've got this little mouse ring holder. I had one before, a similar one, but I've popped this one on to replace the one that has sold. So there's that one. It's cool. Very mid-century look about him. He's got a few sort of tarnish marks, but that's cool. Shows his age. It's that one. I've decided to put this like pewter dog on. Now I'm thinking it's a pointer, but I could be wrong. Could be a retriever, golden retriever. A nice pewter dog. So there's that one on there. I've got a nice little wooden box with this floral transfer on the top. It's got some water staining there and on the bottom, but overall it's a nice box. There's a few like marks here, but still a nice little box to keep things in. You always need boxes to keep things in, and along those lines, this isn't old, but I just love the colour. So this is an amaretti tin, but look, with the cherubs on there, and this colour, oh, turquoise is my absolute favourite colour. I just think it's a beautiful, beautiful tin. So this one is fairly, I was going to say it's fairly clean inside. It will be when I've given it a wash. There's the remnants of, I want to say, potpourri in there, because it smells quite floral. Can you see? So I'll give that a clean. Should have done that first, but I didn't even notice. Anyway, and then finally I've got some plates to show you. I don't normally put plates on my website because it's not really something that I like to ship much, but these are just too nice. So I've got this pear that I'm putting on as a pair. This one with the tomato and the herbs, and this one with the, I don't know what that is. Could be a yellow courgette or a yellow pepper. Anyway, that one, the pair are together. They are Manchioli, Italy, very mid-century. Really nice plates. It'd be lovely for like a summer party to put your bits on. Now they do have issues. They have like tiny little nicks in the corners there. Can you see? On the corner, on the edges, just very, very tiny. But they're so lovely. They make really nice, as I say, party sort of display plates or every day. I mean, like, really, we should use all our best stuff every day and not keep it for special. So those two are going on as a pair, and then I've got this by the same maker there, but these are something special. I'm just going to pick out. Oh, I just love them all. So there's this one, which has got, it looks like beetroots and peas and onions, spring onions there, all hand painted, very mid-century. Again, I think 3 out of the 4 have got a tiny little, yeah, there, can you see? Just there on the edge, but it's hardly anything. So there's that one, is the first one of the 4. Then there's this one with the onions on. I love this. So there's the red onions and the white onions. Love that, all hand painted. Then there's this one with the pepper, aubergine and radishes, I think. Now, if you're over in America, you call it something else, don't you? Eggplant. Do they call them red peppers, or do they call them like capsicum or something? Radishes, I've no idea. Could be anything, couldn't it? Has that one got a nick on it? Tiny little nick there. You see it? So yeah, beautiful. And finally, I think this one's my fave. Shrooms. I don't know which way round this one's going, because I think they're lying down. I think it is like that. The shrooms. Aren't they gorgeous? And again, just a tiny little nick there. But beautiful hand-painted Italian plates. So I'll put these away and then I can pack my orders. It's about 10:05. I've packed all the parcels except for the picture. Darren's just cutting me out some heavy-duty cardboard. I've done the first layer. I just need to sandwich it between two really strong bits of cardboard. So Darren's cutting me out some of that. Darren's just brought me the cardboard and said, Eddie's eating the cardboard because he uses a circular saw because it's so thick, this cardboard. He uses a saw to cut it and you get lots of little cardboard shavings and Eddie's eating them. We're having a bit of issue with Eddie eating stuff at the moment. If you don't like gruesome stuff, fast forward a little bit. The other night he caught and ate a pheasant. Yeah, it's not nice. I couldn't watch, obviously. I just looked away. Yeah, it's his natural instinct. Eating cardboard surely is not his natural instinct. Anyway, he was out in the garden for ages. We left him out there. And then the next day, or 2 days, he was really lethargic. He was fine, as in he was drinking, wagging his tail. He would still eat if you put something in front of him, but the rest of the time he was just like, you know, like when you've had a food coma, like a hangover from eating too much. He was like that. And then the other morning he ate a mouse or a vole or something. And then last night, I'm just merrily started prepping us some dinner. I'm in the kitchen, peeling some potatoes, just sitting there, doing my own thing. All of a sudden I'm thinking, oh, it smells a bit funny in here. And I looked down at my feet and Eddie, we didn't realise, had buried the remnants of the pheasant that he'd caught the other day. And he'd gone out and dug it up and brought it into the kitchen at my feet. So that was pleasant. So I just ran outside, Darren, I need you. And he was like, what? What's going on? I was like, you've got to go in the kitchen and sort it out. Oh, dear. He just will eat literally anything. It's disgusting. Right, I'm going to go to Chapel St Leonard's because I need to go to the post office. And nobody wants to go into Skegness this time of year. That's a lie. Lots of people want to go into Skegness this time of year. That's why I don't want to go to Skegness at this time of year. I drove past the shop where they do the Avon post office in Chapel, and it was all full up, the car parking spaces. So I drove a little bit further just to turn around the car, and I saw a sign, yard sale. I was like, woo! So I bought some chess pieces from the yard sale. So that's good. And then I've just been back to drop my parcels off. And of course it's school holidays, so they've got all the kids helping. They've got a delivery, helping carry crisp packets and stuff like that. So it's really sweet. A bit reminiscent of the times gone by for us. Before I went out, I just got changed because I'd got like gardening type trousers on. And I've put my new Halaras on. I got myself some Halaras. I saw them on TikTok shop and they were about 20 quid and I thought, you know what, for 20 quid I'm going to give them a go. And they fit really lovely. They're really, really comfortable. But I think because of the amount of plastics in them, in this heat, they make me perspire a little bit. So I'm going to get changed straight away. Get out of them. I've just checked my chess sets. I think they're complete-ish, as in one. I'll show you. The lady wanted a £5, but these were just in the box for these and the thing. And I said, well, will you take 4? Because I'm taking a gamble on them being complete. So she did. And you can see, I'm pretty sure that's complete. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's complete. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3. So it's just this one's been swapped out for a plastic one. Are these plastic or are these wood? No, these are plastic anyway. Is that plastic? Yeah, that's plastic. Looks like wood, doesn't it? It's convincing. Or is it wood? Oh, I don't know now. Anyway, and then I've got this little set. Is this complete? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, that's complete. So that's not too bad. And all the way back home in the car, I was going, why didn't I check? In my head, not out loud. Why didn't I check? Why didn't I just count them? Why did I check? Why did I give her £4? What if it's just a load of rubbish and I've wasted £4 and I was just beating myself up about £4, for goodness sake. Anyway, I'm all right now. Don't worry about me. Darren's been busy all morning, sorting out garages, sorting out stock, all that kind of thing. So he's having a bit of a rest on the sofa, and the dogs like that because then they just settle down and have a sleep by his side. So I've come out in the garden, so I'm not disturbing him. I've just put the washing out. And I'm so annoyed with myself. I left a tissue, didn't I, in a pair of trousers. So annoying. I'm hoping that most of it blows off, otherwise it's all going to get washed again, innit? What a pain. The sweet peas are looking really nice over there. I've stopped picking them for the house and I'm just cutting off the ones that are going to seed. I'm hoping that that keeps it going a bit longer and it looks prettier out there. And actually that little bit there looks really nice at the moment because there's the dahlias that I did from seed at the bottom, the Rebecchias and the sweet peas, and it all looks really lovely. So it feels like it's been a couple of weeks of big decisions. So I mean they're not that big, but we bought the van, which we've been thinking about for quite a while, and that was a bit of a chunk of money. And then we've taken on this extra space at the antique centre, which we get next week. And then yesterday, it's exciting, we've ordered a polytunnel. Oh my gosh, First Tunnels, a polytunnel. But we want them to fit it, so we're not getting it until October time. But yeah, that's very exciting. Yeah, so I will be all over the YouTube of polytunnels, what to grow in your polytunnel, etc, etc. Very exciting. But yeah, actually what it means is we've got a hell of a lot to do in the garden over the next few months, because in September we're having that gate done, fence done at the front, and we want to redo that front garden. And then October we're having the polytunnel fit, and we've decided to put it where the fruit cage is, so that means dismantling the fruit cage and moving all the fruit. And then in November we're having this back fence replaced, so whatever work is entailed with that. So that's quite a lot of jobs that we need to do, but we don't need to get everything done all at once, and that's what I keep saying to myself. Don't need to do it all at once, we can take our time with it. It's very exciting. So if you want to see more about the garden and what we're getting up to in the garden, then make sure you subscribe to Darren's channel, Gardening with Dogs, and I'm sure he'll go through it in more detail. But I mean, we don't go on holiday, so this is the money we're spending on the polytunnel is what people would spend on a holiday, and we're not going on holiday, so it's a no-brainer, isn't it? If you've got a polytunnel, what do you grow in your polytunnel? For me, it's more about me being able to do all my cuttings and seeds and everything else and bring them all on and not have to keep doing the greenhouse shuffle, all of that. It'll be just easier for me to, and over winter stuff and things, so yeah. I was talking in one of my videos recently about plants that I've been not as happy with, so like the zinnias and the sweet peas, but the sweet peas I'm converting now. I'm not picking them all. Things that I absolutely love and do really well like this, I recommend Rebecca's because they are stunning. And actually this Cosmos Redcrest is really nice. It's just not red. It's really pretty. And the flowers are much smaller than, say, this Cosmos over here, look. But still very pretty. Echinacea, I mean, these are one of my favourite flowers. They look absolutely stunning. And these Cosmos here, look, these are really pretty with like the pink edges. I don't know what variety it is, but look at that. Isn't that lovely? And this wild sort of bed that I've sowed a few weeks ago, is looking really, really nice still. Some of this Coreopsis I really like. That looks really pretty, as does the Nigella and the Gypsophilia, the Calendula, and these Californian poppies. Really lovely. Dahlias aren't doing so well in this bed though. Oh look, we're getting one little flower here. Maybe it's just too dry. But yeah, I'm loving this bed. That was another sort of project we were thinking of doing, was reconfiguring this area here to have more flower beds, but that might have to wait till the following year. I'm not going to claim to have grown these from seed. I bought these as little bedding plants, but these have looked amazing for weeks and weeks, so I would recommend it. It's something like Calibrachoa or something. I got this pink, and then I got this dark, they called it black, but it's like a dark purple, and the white. And they've looked really lovely. This side, I don't know why it isn't doing as well, but it might be to do with the pots or the amount of light or whatever. But the pink one on here is looking stunning. So definitely recommend that. Do you know what I'm going to do now? Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to say thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate your support, especially the support of the members of my channel. Thank you so much. Again, if it's £2.99 a month if you want to become a member, and you get to see the videos a day early, and then you get the sneak peeks at the new stock on my website a day before anybody else. Yeah, thank you so much. I am gonna do some gardening, I think. Yeah, I think I deserve to do some gardening, and then it's an early start tomorrow for the car boot. Fingers crossed we find some amazing stuff. Last week was good, wasn't it? So yeah, hopefully just as good this week. Look after yourselves, take care, stay safe, and I will see you soon. Oh, and don't forget, if you could leave me a comment, a thumbs up, and maybe even a hype, I'd really appreciate it.